Hi everybody and welcome back to a little bit of me. I'm EzmeRose and today we are doing a speed build in The Sims 4. So this is a starter house, but before we get into it I wanted to explain something. So in the thumbnail that you just saw there was some butterflies in the bottom right hand corner. You can go back and check it and pause the video if you want to. And they are part of my new kind of colour themes and colour schemes? I don't know what the proper word for it. It's not scheme. It's like I think it is colour scheme. It is colour scheme. And basically, so for each kind of genre of video or genre of game or type of game, there will be a different colour, and they are on my banner currently. But I'm not really happy with what my banner looks like. I liked it beforehand with the pink and the black shadowy thing. If you know anybody or any kind of idea of how to you think you could help to change it in any way, that would be great. Contact me. I will put the email address in the description below. Sadly, it is my old channel name, so it is EzmeRose Vlogs, but if you have any ideas, either post it in the comment section or email me at EzmeRoseVlogs@gmail.com. Anyway, let's get on with the video. So this is a starter home in Newcrest. I think I did it in Newcrest in the end. I was contemplating just doing it in Willow Creek, but I thought I'd take advantage of the new city or new town in Newcrest, and I've been loving the what are they called? The neighbourhoods and stuff like that have been built for Newcrest as part of their release and stuff. There is a hashtag you can use. I think it's called Newcrest Builds. I'll make sure and I'll post it in the description below. If you want to check out any Newcrest builds that you want to put it in your game, because if you don't know, Newcrest is a new kind of, is it a neighbourhood? It's not a neighbourhood, like a city that has been put into The Sims 4. If you have the base game, then you will be able to download it for free. And basically, there won't be any houses in there. So people on the in the Sims 4 community have been reached out, and they have basically been told to make some houses for The Sims 4. I wasn't a part of this, obviously. I've only just started my channel, so I totally understand. I'd be very shocked if I had been asked, but I hadn't. So anyway, I struggled a lot with this roof, and that's why the reason why there is a second kind of floor. I stopped here for ages. Don't think your video is corrupted or anything like that. I did stop here for ages because I was looking at Daily Grace's studio living or something like that. Studio house. She did for part of Newcrest builds actually. And I was looking at ways that I could kind of maybe not copy that, but kind of take inspiration off that. And I didn't in the end. I just couldn't. She went with like a slanted roof on one side and another slanted roof, and they're both facing each other, like I've done here. But I've got that little awkward section in the middle. So basically, I put a second floor on it and made it so the I mean, those roofs are crazy. That just doesn't look right at all. Or maybe that could look, I don't know. Maybe that looked alright. I don't know. No. I'm kind of happy with the way it turned out in the end. But the bonus to having a second floor is I mean, currently it's not accessible. There is no stairs to it. It is just there for aesthetic reasons. But you could totally kind of transform it and make it your own, which I think is super cool. and you could add in where the bedroom will be or is. You can add in stairs and maybe like a little nook for your desk. It could make it really cute. You could put probably 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs. So it is kind of like what's the word? It's kind of like creative. It's a creative space. Really, really creative. I actually I didn't run out of money, but I was being very made sure I didn't spend too much money. So yeah, I've run out of things to say now. Still getting used to this kind of thing, guys, so forgive me on that front. I love the way the roofs turn out in the end. They do look really like how I wanted them to look like in the first place, but I couldn't get it with the roof shape, the floor ceiling shape that the lower floor had. The only slight problem is that for some reason when I was taking my screenshots after recording this, is that the roof on one of the sides, when you look where there's windows out the front, and you look on, so if you're facing the house with the door on your right, and you look at the windows, it's the window on the right. If you look up there where there should be basically like a ceiling or something like that, is absolutely empty, and you can look into the room above, but that is easily changeable, and I might even change it for release. You know, you can download this from the gallery, so I'll probably change that before it goes on the gallery, because it is not on the gallery where I was filming this, but it is when you're watching this, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I kind of went for all the cheaper things. I was making sure I counted my money. I've never actually taken use of this floor before, and I think it really looks good in this build. I don't know about you guys, but that's the way I went. I also went for a sink this time instead of like cabinets with a sink on top. Just changing it around a bit so it's not the same bathroom as it was in the last build, because these bathroom shapes are really easy to do. You can't put a bath in there. Well, you could actually. You probably could. You probably could put a bath in there, but it'd be a little bit cramped. That's why showers work the best, because they're obviously smaller than baths. So yeah, that is probably the best thing. I was thinking about a TV. I didn't put a TV in there in the end, so the living space is kind of pointless. But again, all of my starter houses are great, obviously, for starting out in The Sims 4 with your families. I should do 2 twin rooms next, I think, for my next starter house. Just because I've done two double bedrooms now, and to change it up a little bit, if I do another starter house in the future, then I probably should do 2 twin bedrooms and see how that goes. Obviously that probably would take up more money, just because that's 2 separate rooms instead of 1 room with a double bed, and having two separate single beds is actually more expensive. So we'll probably have to do a smaller house, like really downsize on it. But yeah, I think that's something creative to think about. So like you've just seen there, the upstairs is a pretty good shape to use for like bedrooms or an office or a studio maybe. You could make an arty room. It's totally up to you. I would say this room can be obviously developed from a starter house to like a properly over the top family home. It is really nice. I love open plan room houses and stuff. When I'm older, I totally want to have a proper open plan. Everything's in one room, basically, because it's just so much more spacious, and it feels like it's bigger in a way. If you have separate rooms all the time, it can look a lot more dense and squished together, whereas if you have if you have a bigger space and it's all open plan, it looks a lot cleaner, I mean, in a way, and it will look a lot more spacious. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I would be looking for in the future, just because if you guys didn't know that. So I'm just putting some windows in now. I'm not doing what I did last time and forgetting about the windows until the very last minute and when I ran out of money. We're not doing this time. I actually had enough money to get my windows in. I didn't have that much money, just scraping 2,000 simoleons. But I did this really cool like window technique, both on the bathroom and the kitchen area, where it kind of glides up and down the windows, and I thought that was really nice and cute, and I kept it. There isn't actually that many modern windows in The Sims 4, so again, I probably could make a video about like my Sims 4 wish list of things that I would want to have in The Sims 4. If I was asked by EA or Maxis or whatever they're called, if I wanted something, or if I wanted like 10 items to go into The Sims 4, let me know in the comments if you want me to do that video, because there are probably loads more than 10 items that I'd want in The Sims 4 if I had choice. The only downside to this build is that I did use the kids' lights to light it, and I probably should have only placed them in spontaneously. I always forget to change the lights afterwards, so apologies for that one. Again, I just did the cheapest of everything, just so I could put more in, if that makes sense. It does. You don't see starter homes that are 2 stories or 2 levels. That's why I used the cheapest of everything, and that's why everything is so. There's not much in the house. It's kind of bland and basic. So yeah, we're going to be jumping into screenshots in a little bit, but not just yet, so don't worry. You've still got a bit of me rambling for a bit, don't worry. I couldn't put any blinds in here. I think I left the ones in the bedroom just because of privacy reasons, obviously. I think now's where I start to put in, like, I'm getting the last bits and bobs in. And yeah, it turned out pretty well. I'm really happy about the fact that you can customise it yourself and make it your own house as well. It's like such a good house to start off in, if you know what I mean. I don't think I put any windows in the top. Literally the top space is bland as hell. And I literally can see now I'm running out of money, like, drastically, and I'm throwing in some odd job paintings with the last like 100 simoleons that I had. Yeah, so that's why I love this house so much, because you can just customise it so much and make it your own. So let's jump into the screenshots. I love this one. I love Newcrest. This world is so gorgeous. So this is the living space, or the living room, or whatever, lounge, or whatever you want to call it. The walls are quite bland in pretty much everywhere of the house. I love the bedroom. The bedroom's kind of like, it looks really wooden and clean inside, and then the outside is like black, and it doesn't really make sense much, but I suppose I was kind of rushing to do this build a little bit. With the starter home, oh god,